Hey, we have to chat. The drones. Everybody's talking about the damn drones. Unbelievable crap. Here's the deal. One of these drones was pictured. It was captured. It crashed, whatever. And one of these drones was pictured with a New Jersey, I believe, a New Jersey officer, and there were some tags on this drone, and it said emoji. You look up emoji, and it's this fairly new company that's making ammonia fueled vehicles. Now, this kind of trips me out because I've been promoting ammonia as fuel for probably 10 years or so, since I found out that this was basically the trick to multiple water fueled vehicles. This is a 100-plus-year-old invention called the Haber-Bosch process of converting water and air into hydrogen and nitrogen. Water holds hydrogen, obviously, and the air is almost 80% nitrogen. So when you combine these two elements on demand, you get ammonia. And this was what the Haber-Bosch process is. It was discovered a long time ago. It was used to make fertilizer. Here's the thing, though. The trick to many water-fueled vehicles, like the water-fueled carburetor from the 30s, it was probably utilizing this Haber-Bosch process, and that's what is probably probably the same process that these drones are operating operating off of. You can put a little ounce, a little tiny bit of water into one of these drones and have it operate for 16 hours apparently. Anyhow, your gasoline engines, your gasoline vehicles can operate the same way. You can drive across the country off of a tank of water in your gas tank as opposed to gasoline. See, gasoline is a hydrocarbon, and you're essentially using the hydrogen within gasoline as fuel and at emitting carbon as exhaust. Here's the deal: when you use ammonia as fuel, you're utilizing the hydrogen within ammonia as fuel, but you're emitting a nitrous oxide as exhaust. And that's been the setback for a long, long time for the opposition against using ammonia as fuel, is you're going to have a harmful exhaust, nitrous oxide. Well, here's the kicker. A few years ago, nitrous oxide became a fuel source for solid oxide fuel cells. So when we have hydrogen fuel cells that consume hydrogen as fuel to make energy or electricity, now we have solid oxide fuel cells that consume nitrous oxide as fuel. So there's no more excuse not to use ammonia as fuel, because even the exhaust can be utilized as fuel in solid oxide fuel cells, making this whole process even more efficient. Fired up about this because I just found out about this company that is targeting 18-wheelers. They're really going to go after the maritime industry, the shipping industry, where they're burning so much diesel fuel, it's obnoxious to get our goods across oceans. These ships could absolutely be making ammonia on board the vehicle as needed. And then the exhaust could even power all of the lights and everything needed on board the vehicle. All the electricity needed on board the vehicle can be provided by the exhaust. It is revolutionary the apocalypse that's happening right now. The veil is being lifted from myself, from everyone. Everyone is seeing, I think, the truth. We've been bamboozled for far too long. Lift your veil. Please see what's going on. We're all being screwed, but the future looks bright. If we can get those in power, you know who I'm talking about. You're not allowed to criticize those people, but this is what wars are fought over, and that's where we're at right now. So pray to your God, whether it's a good one or the evil one. Shit's going down. Check out watersparkplugs.com, because all of our gasoline vehicles can run on water. Aloha.